How many of you in the last 6 months has had an idea that you did not act on that you wish you would have?
Hey guys, welcome to the new IGTV Expert Show. So I decided to launch this sort of series on IGTV to talk about what are the next things you should focus on Instagram, how you can continue to grow your account. And in this video specifically, I want to focus on bringing you the strategy for 2020. So I wanted for you to watch this video, share with your friends, with your colleagues, with the workers you have, with the team, and then have a proper strategy from the 1st of January. So Instagram has changed a lot in the last even few weeks. A lot of restrictions, a lot of automations which you were able to use and now not. And I wanted to kind of like show you step by step what you should be focusing in order to have a massive success. Because the massive success right now on social media, especially Instagram, doesn't mean having thousands of followers, millions of followers, but having those loyal fans. So I'll break this down for you and I'm excited for you to watch this video. So let's get started.
You can either live your dreams or live your fears. And I think the majority of people actually are not living their dreams, but are living their fears. So I want to ask you a question. What are you afraid of? What are you scared of?
Back in 2019, Instagram decided in June to restrict all the automation on Instagram, right? So, and before you were growing your accounts, probably you were trying to use any mass following tools, mass liking tools, right? Because it was bringing you results. Now Instagram is extremely strict with those kind of platforms and tools. So you need to really forget about them because they're not gonna really give you any growth, the right audience, they're not gonna bring you any of that. You need to focus on first thing. Right now, content is, might sound very generic to you, you've probably seen thousands of times people saying about this. But focusing on the longer format captions, that's the real game, because you need to right now on Instagram to focus on two factors. The number of people who saved your post and number of people who have reshared your post. Instagram is removing the number of likes, right? You won't see that. But still, in order to really push your content out there and be really in the explore feed, you need to focus on those two factors. Once you have people resharing your content, once you have people saving your posts, that's gonna push into algorithm much more, and you'll be getting daily, every single day, followers, targeted followers, people you want. Very important thing. Another thing, right, you can become more personalized on Instagram. Right now I see a lot of people try to reshare content, try to post pictures of not themselves, right? If it's your personal brand, put it more out there, because that's what it's all about. Instagram is a platform where creators, people sharing their content, right? So focus on putting yourself more on your account. You can also come up with the slides as well. Let's say you want to share something valuable. So you can use a gallery and create the slides. And for example, in UX UI, this is very big. So if you go to UX UI hashtag, you're going to also see a lot of people sharing slides and talking about value. So this is very important, and make sure you focus on those things. 2020, one thing, longer format captions, and that's how you're going to dominate and kill and build your engagement on Instagram. Alright, so I want to give you this checklist. Basically, follow this structure when you're making your post. First thing, when you're posting, right? Besides all the longer caption and everything, so you have it ready right now, right? So first thing is location. Make sure you're always tagging the location. Doesn't matter, let's say your picture maybe taken in the office, right? So you can actually include maybe location which you want to have your people seeing your post. Maybe it's New York, maybe it's Miami, maybe it's Chicago, maybe it's Paris, London, right? So location should be all the time. The second thing should be your hashtags. The hashtag should be always as a comment. So don't put them as a caption, it does look spammy. It's not nice, it's not gonna look good. Put them as a first comment, always. Up to 30. If you have an error, make sure you use 28, 29, right? So let's say if you try to post 30, you got like an error from Instagram, just eliminate one or two hashtags and you'll be perfectly fine to post. Another thing, when you're sharing something, make sure, let's say you have created nice high quality picture with longer format caption, it could be valuable. Tag 3 profiles. Let's say you're a videographer, right? Make sure you're always tagging those brands, Sony, Canon, right? So you tag them on a picture, they will be able to see it. Maybe not always, but if they see it, if they like your content, they could possibly reshare it. Maybe even other pages, like bigger pages, they can also reshare that type of content. So make sure you're actually focusing on tagging big profiles. Don't need to tag 20 of them, just maybe 5, and that will be good. So this is your checklist: location, hashtags, tagging big profiles, and you're ready to go. Also, make sure you post your content to Facebook. So just enable this toggle, and this is gonna go straight to Facebook, because the more you post to Facebook and the more the page becomes active on Facebook, that's gonna give you better performance when you're running Facebook ads. So keep in mind about that. Another key factors in 2020 is creating stories. Stories become extremely important these days, and you know, it's very important to understand that when you're creating those stories, you should not create just stories for entertainment purpose, right? If you're trying to drive more traffic, more sales as well to your business, you should create stories which will eventually convert your followers into your customers or leads, right? So what does it mean? It means that instead of just showing case your, the view or anything, create stories of you talking and telling about, let's say, hey guys, I have, let's say, my product is coming soon. If you want to grow your Instagram, message me Instagram and I'm gonna get more information. So it should be something like this, like which will drive attention and call to action. This is very important for 2020, because eventually through stories you can create conversation in the DMs, and then you can convert your customers in those DMs. So this strategy is extremely important for 2020. Another thing, don't be afraid or shy to showcase the work behind the scenes. People, when you're creating the stories, you need to follow the sequence. Don't just create random stories, because people don't know, let's say you're in the process of something, right? They don't know that you're doing those kind of things. You need to do stories beforehand to tell them what kind of things you're working, what kind of outcomes, right? So make sure you follow the sequence. You start your day, you show that, you, let's say, go to the work, you're planning on something, then you create stories with explaining purposes, and then you create stories which drives traffic. So create that sequence. Eventually that's gonna be your success for more customers and more growth on Instagram in 2020.
Life, how beautiful it is, how amazing it is to be able to rise up in the morning and have that sun shine on your face.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Keep in mind, 2020 is coming right now, so focus on Instagram, start building those loyal connections, interact with your audience. Eventually this could be a turn to success in building your business, starting your business, or just expanding your business. So let's focus on Instagram, let's dominate 2020 and get started right now.